doing well. I hope you're doing very well. Well then, shall we get started? There we go. Hey, that's the wrong thing. Well, you get to see my playlist. So I decided to have a little, try out a little experimental stream. And I'm going to be making some D&D items currently. But I might make spells at some point, and you know, who knows? Maybe we'll go even further than that. Monsters, subclasses, maybe races. I think that'd be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Alright. See how people enjoy this. So yeah, this is just called Twitch stuff. And I'm just decided to take like 5 random pieces of whatever from a whole bunch of different medias and stuff. So we have, what we're going to be working on are the hover boots from Ocarina of Time, Fireflower from Mario, Vampire Killer from Castlevania, the Mirror Shield from Zelda, and the Black Blood Potion from... It's still just a tad too loud for my ears. Black Blood Potion from The Witcher 3. So, yeah. Now here, you know, just want to make a disclaimer, nothing's gonna be perfect. Nothing at all. So, obviously everything will be perfect. I've been making homebrew items for quite a while. I actually have a book that I've been writing that's over 40 pages right now. I've been kind of stepping away from that because I was focusing on class, mainly because since the pandemic started, I was focusing a little bit more on game development, like video game development. But, you know, I feel like this has its own roots in video game development. Everyone should play D&D at least once in their lives. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Hey, Cycle, how are you? Alright, let's see. D&D is love, D&D is life, fuck yeah. How would I be able to make homebrew items? Mainly making it through this website called Homebrewery, which, you know, you can just look up. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump in on this. Hover boots. Oop. Wondrous item. I don't know, this is kind of a late game item. What it does, allowing you to run across a gap, kinda can, I don't know, it gives you like 15 feet of movement or so in the air. So it's not exactly a fly spell, it's not a levitation spell either, it's more like run and see what happens. But it basically can increase the longevity of your jump. No, I don't really check out the Unearthed Arcana. I really don't. Like, there was only like a handful of them just because someone said, hey, you know, you should go check this out, like the Ranger. But, yeah. Like the revised Ranger. But yeah, I don't really check out the Unearthed Arcana very much. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm thinking that... While wearing these boots, you can move across a space without a floor, without ground. Or actually, you know, move across a space. Yeah. Ground. up to maybe half your speed. I think that's subreddit. Behind the DMs can be face. Besides world building. Yeah. Jeez, I don't even know. I don't want to go to mine because who knows what's gonna pop up. I do have some NSFW stuff on there. Yeah, I got plenty of those. I want to say that behind the DM screen may be indeed one of them. But I know that I am in Dungeon Draft and Wonder Drafts subreddits. Hey, don't yell. Yes, but I just started Twitch. I don't want to get banned immediately. But the hover only lasts for so long, so I'm going to put in for 1 round. Actually not. Yeah. Up to your speed. For 1 round. So yeah, it gives you solid ground. Yeah, Dungeon Draft and Wonder Draft are programs that I use rather often. Wonder Draft is a world map maker, or a region map maker. And Dungeon Draft is obviously dungeon map maker. Both of them made by the same dude, Megasploot, and they are they're really fun. Like, those are really, really good programs. Dungeon Draft only came out back in February, so it's still rather young. So if you do decide to check it out, expect a lot of updates and quite a lot of bugs. Yeah, it's kind of like Incarnate. It's was described by WazD20 as the Incarnate Killer in his video about Wonder Draft. Across the space without ground up to for 1 round. After that, the magical boot creates for you disappears and you fall. And you just go ahead and put that down there. While wearing these boots, you can move across a space without ground up to your speed for 1 round. After that, the magical ground the boots creates for you disappears and you fall. There you go. It's kind of what the hover boots do. Alright. What the fuck? That was weird, I didn't think so. Yeah, go ahead, hang out all you want, Cycle. Enjoy yourself. Alright, so next one, Fireflower. Yeah, work all you want, man. Wondrous item. Fireflower. I would say this is like an uncommon item, because it comes across a number of times, but it doesn't happen all that much. I won't say this is a consumable item. I would want to use this as kind of like how they use it in Smash Brothers, of where it's like a flamethrower. You can still clip it, like it goes up to like 90 seconds away. Go right ahead. So yeah. So would it have a command word or like a motion or anything? I would say like command word. You know, fire! Actually, you know what? Let's put it as an action. As an action, you can... you know what? Let's make it a charged item. This item has a total of, let's say 3 charges. As an action, you can expend 1 charge to create a burst of flame similar to that of a burning hand spell. Oops. And right now, it's like this is just the rough version that we're making these, so it's just get the idea out. Like, no need to, you know, edit it and make it all pretty. As an action, you can expend one charge to create a burst of flame. Someone has a burning hand spell. Save DC is, let's say 13, because it's an uncommon item. When this item has all of its charges expended, it disappears. Actually, no, it not shrivels up, withers. Withers away in embers. Withers away and crumbles into embers. There we go. Now what flame spell are you? It's Burning Hands. I could say Firebolt, because that's basically what the Fire Flower does, but like I said, I'm using it similar to that of the Smash Brothers version. I could absolutely go Fireball. Fireball, only Fireball, nothing but Fireball. But no, we're not going to do that. If I decide to change it up, I can. Alright, so next is Vampire Killer. Weapon, Whip. Vampire Killer is something that... Now, technically, it's a legendary weapon, because there's only one of it that exists. So I could do that. In fact, fuck it, let's do it. Legendary, so that means we gotta make it super powerful. Alright. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to... I hope you guys can't see my files. Or my folders. My file... Can? No, it doesn't look like it can. Okay, good. Escos a momento. Has to be silvered. Well, if it's a magical item... No, not really. Also, it's a whip. How can it be silvered? Because I forget how to format magic weapons, so I'm opening up the Dungeon Master's Guide. Because I like to stay similar to it. But basically, since this legendary weapon is going to have like +3 to attack and damage rolls. Come on, Adobe. Work with me here. There you go. There you go. Hey, good boy. That's a good boy. Alright. Magic items 135. Which really doesn't really get to magic items for a long time. It came from Vigigame, you tell me. Well, here's the thing, is that I'm mainly going off of the one from Castlevania series, because it kind of explains like how Trevor gets a whip that goes from being leather to chain, of where he ends up finding the Morning Star, which is an entirely different weapon, but it basically is the same thing as the Vampire Killer whip, only it's made of chain, and at the end it hits with fire. I'll totally do that. But mainly right now I'm just trying to find a weapon that will do stuff. Okay, here we are. That not so much. Okay, that's how I word it. Gotcha. Actually, you know what? Since it's more of a low-level whip, so you know what? Let's just, for the sake of argument, just put it as that. So there. Copying and pasting. Look at me. I'm like a fucking pro. Alright, so when you hit a creature, an undead or fiend, a creature of the undead or fiend, creature of undead or the undead or fiend type, you deal an extra, we'll say 1d6 radiant damage. Actually, no, it's rare, so let's put 1d8. 1d8 radiant damage. If you kill a creature with this whip, the creature explodes! Dealing 1 point of radiant damage to any creature adjacent to it. To the explosion. So it does a little splash damage too. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do the Morning Star later, because I think that would be a pretty cool addition. Alright, so next up is the Mirror Shield. Oh, Mirror Shield. Shield. This one's a late game item, but doesn't really do too much. I wouldn't say that's like a very rare thing. I think it's just, again, like I think it's just rare. I hate to keep putting nothing but rare items, but it seems to be what that is coming down to. So let's see. Mirror Shield reflects light. So, I mean, I don't really know if that's going to be super helpful to anything, but it does reflect spells. So, can do something kind of like the parry thing, but I wouldn't want to do it like shield or anything. Like, instead, using a reaction can cause a spell to be launched back at its original caster. And you roll a spell attack using the same modifiers. I guess. I think that would be okay. As a reaction, you can parry a spell that would normally hit you. You can actually, no, you can attempt to parry, because you have to do that first. Parry a spell that would hit you. Have an attack roll, not a saving throw. Or not an area of effect. So, like, you can't just shoot back a fireball, but you can shoot back a ray of frost, or to parry a spell that targets you. The spells have an attack roll, not an area of effect. Yeah, it works similar to the shield spell. It's more like the monk, catching missiles with key points and throwing it back. That's basically where that would come through. Only it uses spells. Not an area of effect. You must roll an attack roll versus the... Ow. My eye. Versus the... I don't know, how would you parry that? Well, an attack roll versus the spell? The spell's attack? I mean, it's kind of like, somewhat like chancing it, like with a shield spell, of where you just increase it, but I mean, it's more of like a game of chance. Roll an attack with your shield versus the result of the attack roll against you. If you succeed, the spell is bounced back at its original caster. Using your attack roll as its spell attack roll. Use attack roll as a spell attack roll. No. Yeah, it's just, if you succeed, the spell is bounced back at its original caster. Or maybe it would be something like a 15 plus the level of the spell. That might work out better, actually. Or the caster's spell save DC. Your attack roll versus the spellcaster's save DC. That one might be pretty good, actually. Because this one I feel like might be a little bit versus the caster's spell save DC. Because technically you are trying to do a saving throw. Only it's not a saving throw, it's an attack roll. Just roll an attack with this shield. Mirror shield. Must roll an attack with the mirror shield versus the caster's spell save DC. If you succeed, the spell is bounced back at its original caster. Any effects of the spell that would have affected you instead affects the caster. I think that one would work out. That one might be actually pretty good. Alright, let's move on. Black blood. Potion. Ooh, excuse me. I think this one will actually be pretty good. I'm gonna put it as uncommon, because it may not be used. Like the way that I'm gonna be putting this, it might not be useful. Imbibe this potion. Your blood becomes acidic. Your blood becomes acidic. Any creature that attacks you, or rather, any creature that hits you takes 1d4 acid damage. Actually, this would be pretty cool. 1d4 plus your Constitution modifier. And acid damage. Because it's your blood. It's powerful. Just, like, imagine the fucking barbarian going into this. And he gets hit, and it's like spraying acid all over the place. Your blood becomes acidic for 1 minute. You are immune to the effects of this potion. You're immune to the acid damage. This potion. Use the acid effects this damage. And this to the acid damage this potion. How do I write this? Fuck. Well, any creature that hits you, you are immune to this damage. There we go. Done. That's all I needed to write. Alright, cool. I was making it too complicated. Yes, for 1 minute. Any creature that hits you takes 1d4 plus your Constitution modifier in acid damage. You are immune to this damage. Creature adjacent to you that hits you takes 1d4 plus your Constitution modifier in acid damage. You are immune to this damage. If the creature is an undead type, it takes an additional it takes 1d10 plus your Constitution modifier instead of the 1d4. This is like for vampires and stuff, because that's basically what the black blood does, is that it it deals with vampires, as seen in A Night to Remember when Geralt is fighting the Bruxa. He drinks a potion of black blood before going in there, and he gets bitten by the vampire and drains him of his blood. Now, it's supposed to be poisonous instead. That's at least how it's written in the game's text. However, when Geralt's done drinking it and he goes through the effects of the toxicity, a drop of blood comes down out of his nose, and when it hits the ground, it goes and sizzles, and there's like steam coming off of it. So that to me sounds like it's more acidic than it is poisonous. Besides, I'm pretty sure undead are immune to poison, especially vampires. So yeah, I think that would work. Excuse me, so sorry. Instead of 1d4. Because I think vampires... Well, I know that running water deals acid damage, so I think that kind of works out. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of rare items and uncommon. Not too exciting. Let's go ahead and like spruce it up a little bit and see what it is we can do to change things. Why are you doing that? Okay. My cursor was like in the middle of over here, even though I was telling it to click at the end of a line. Anyway, Yeah, Fire Flower. I think that would be okay. I just think that, you know, using a Fire Flower to cast a Firebolt spell, most spellcasters, arcane spellcasters with cantrips can choose Firebolt because it's the longest range, deals some of the most damage. So I don't think that would work out. I think that Burning Hands would be a lot better because it's more like a flamethrower. That's at least in the Smash version. And if it would be the Firebolt cantrip, I would say, like, I would probably make it closer to that of my Thunder Fist Wraps, which, just as a quick little preview, as a monk, if you punch with it, you can spend not key points, you spend its charges to pretty much do what's the effects of a Thunder Wave spell. And every charge you use is a D8 that's added to the thunder damage. So I could do something like that, of where it's like got 10 charges or something, and for every charge you use, up to 5 charges, you add a D10 of fire damage to the Firebolt spell. That would be a pretty powerful weapon, but it wouldn't recharge. So yeah, I think I'm going to Fire Flower 2, the sequel. I think I'll do that, and we'll decide which one we want to do. This item has a total of 10 charges. As an action, you can expend anywhere from 1 to 5 charges to shoot a Firebolt spell. A small shoot a Firebolt spell. Oops. For every charge expended, increase the damage of the spell by 1d10. Because I think Firebolt goes up to 5d10, right? I don't know, I could be wrong about that. It might go up to 4d10. Increase the damage of the spell. 1d10. And this item has all of its charges. Yeah, just copy and paste. What am I doing? Why am I writing it again? Derp. Save time. Alright, cool. So yeah, there's 2 of them to choose from. I think those are both rather fair. Alright, so let's go back to hover boots. Alright, while wearing these boots, you move across a space without ground. Up to your speed for 1 round. Even though the hover boots has no traction, as it's described as, of where, you know, you're walking on ice all the time, I'm not going to do that. Because that's kind of a bit of a downfall, or not a downfall, a drawback. And it might make people like, I really don't want to wear the hover boots. Wearing these boots, you can move across a space without ground. I think I'm just gonna change it up, as in change up the wording of it. Step off of solid ground. These boots create a magical ground under you for 1 round. Now this only goes for 1 round, so I mean, having it be a rare item, I don't know, I mean, you can make some progress with that. Please create a magical ground under you for 1 round. When this time expires, I'm getting all fancy with the wording. The ground disappears from under you, and you will fall. That's basically it. Wow, you're wearing them. I don't know. Let us get rid of that. Oh, by the way, before I forget, so we have a new buddy following us. Oh, is it not gonna repeat it? Okay. Fine. Oh. Well, there it went. Alright, dumped on ground followed. So, there's your wonderful welcome. Go ahead, grab some robes and a hat. Welcome, apprentice. Alright, so I feel like these 2 fire flowers, even though they are basically 2 different items, they're kind of the same. It's just this one is a little bit more like the original, and this one's a Smash Brothers variant of it. Hover boots, and like that's really all I can do. You have to ground under you for 1 round while you're wearing them. You can move across this magical ground up to your speed. Actually, no. No, don't do that. Actually, no. The ground disappears at the end of your next turn. There we go. When you step off solid ground, these boots create a magical ground, a magical floor under you while you're wearing them. The ground disappears, the floor disappears at the end of your next turn. If you aren't on solid ground by the time this floor expires, you will fall. There you go. Alright, Vampire Killer. Vampire Killer. Alright, you get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. You know what? I'm gonna make this like old school AD&D, of where it's a +1, where it's good against everything, but it's even better against a certain type of enemy. When you attack a creature of the undead or fiend type, you can increase this bonus to +3. You also deal an extra 1d8 of radiant damage against those same creature types. There we go. That word. The attack creature under defeat type increases bonus to +3. Also do an extra 1d8 of radiant damage against creatures of the same that same type. Those same types. Okay. You also deal an extra radiant damage against creatures of the same types. If you kill a creature with this whip, the creature explodes, dealing 1 point of radiant damage to any creature adjacent to the explosion. I think that works. This would include allies, so be careful when you're using Vampire Killer. Mirror Shield. As a reaction, you can attempt to parry a spell. Actually, you know what? I would say that's a very rare thing, because that's kind of... That's not only is that difficult to do, but I mean, imagine like getting that super early game as a rare item. It's like, oh, level 5, here's a Mirror Shield. And then, you, like, every spellcaster, like, hey, Strahd, oh, you're casting that spell at me? Bam! Fuck you! And then, like, destroys Strahd with his own fucking spells. If you succeed, if you fail, you take damage from the spell like normal. Or you come under the effects. You are affected by the spell like normal. Are you trying to say something, Peachy? I'm gonna do a little trick. Doing those like little, I don't even know what the hell that thing's called. It's not a comma, it's like a reverse comma. Or not a comma, apostrophe, I mean. You can move stuff from one side of the page to the other. Organization. Black blood, potion, uncommon. When you imbibe this potion, your blood becomes acidic for 1 minute. Any creature adjacent to you that hits you takes 1d4 plus your constitution modifier in acid damage. You are immune to this damage. If the creature is an undead type, it takes 1d10 plus your constitution modifier in acid damage instead of 1d4. Okay. I mean, that would end up working for zombies too, but they are trying to bite you. So if they do bite you, you know, they're getting a fucking mouthful of acid. But that wouldn't work to, like, a skeleton with a bow and arrow. Like, it would just, like, oh, it shoots, and then it's like squirt, and then the blood does nothing. Because, you know, it's out there. Alright, cool. These items were made live on Twitch. Follow me at do I still have the... No, I do not. Of course I'm gonna plug myself. Link to page, no. I can't do like a link to... No, I can't. Balls. Grab the... No, okay, Discord just wants to be a douchebag now. Great. Because I want the link to my thing, please! Please! Okay. PG, can you, like... Oh, never mind. Swear to God! Yeah. For more D&D Homebrew creations, coming soon. Now let me check to make sure. Yeah, it's still on the same page. Alright, cool. Who knows? Maybe I will take everything here and sell it. No, I can't. Because it's all... that would be impossible. That would be in so much legal trouble. Hey, you know, it's like this is all free to be used. Oh, free for you to use. So yeah, that didn't even take an hour. So I think next time I might be changing up a little bit. Maybe I'll make like a monster. Like one monster, because monsters take me a long time. Yeah, excuse me. And then, you know, more items. And maybe a couple other things mixed in with that. I think that would work out. But yeah, not going to be ending anytime soon. Going to be going into some sprite art. Going to be doing like dungeon walls and tiles and just generally having fun with that. See what we can do with it. I think it would be pretty cool. But yeah. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and join me in my wonderful Discord. And go ahead and just just tag me in a little thing that says, hey, try making this. I do have a couple of items, or not a couple, but I have a number of items that I'm like, okay, you know, I definitely want to make these. Would like to have a nice big variety though. You know, don't want to be sitting there being like, okay, you know, we're going to be making like 5 swords today, and they're all Zelda swords. No, I don't want to do something like that. So yeah. Go ahead and do that if you would like to. Here's my wonderful Discord. If Nightbot wants to work. Nightbot, oh, okay, did work. Cool. Didn't pop up on my screen for a second. Kinda got me screwed. Alrighty. So yeah, I will be back. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to an intermission. Watch your ears, because my computer lags sometimes, and you might get an earful of 8-bit music without realizing it. Alright, so about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll come back in and do some A-Sprite stuff. Actually, let me go ahead and switch that over to A-Sprite right now. While I'm here. If it will let me. Come on. There we go. See ya. Alright, be right back. That was like perfect. Oh, I'm looking at my goal right there, and it's negative hours to go. 169. Nice. Days remaining. 7 days ago. Indeed. Total amount 50. Starting amount 27. Oh. End after. Oh, fuck it, I'll just do. Start goal. No! Okay. There we go. Affiliate goals! Alright, so, welcome back to the thing that I was doing. Alright, so. Excuse me. I hope everyone had a good break. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. One of the last ones I'll ever have for a long time. Because I'm going to be going on keto diet and getting rid of all this belly goopiness. This is gross. Alright, so. I have over here a bunch of colors from NES format. And as you see, I have just kind of a brick wall that's here. And we're going to be making it kind of like a 3D image, a little bit closer to a 3D image. And yeah. So, usually dungeon walls and tiles and such are from anywhere from gray to blue-ish to purple. It really depends on what you're trying to achieve. So we're going to be using this, only that's a little bit of a lighter gray than I would want, so I'm going to go ahead and put in the darkness. And just boom. So we can turn this into more of a 3D image. So do that. I'm going to boom do that for the top, because we're looking kind of down. This is what we're kind of looking at. Rectangle. And I'm just going to not use that color, because that's the one we have for the highlight here. Which I will, I guess, I suppose, use like that. And oops. Yeah, let's use that. This is 5 by 5 by 5. And we need to keep in mind that it's going to be a repeating pattern, so. Maybe not. Why is this always a tough part for me? I don't know. Let's use something like this. Ooh, those are some big bricks, actually. It's 3 spaces. I need 3 over here. Yeah, see, that would be a little wide. So instead. Oh crap! I didn't get that color there. No, I didn't. Now I can like take from it. I don't want like the exact pattern that's going on here. So. I mean, that's kind of like that's an easy cop out, you know? I'd like it to be like 5, but the thing is that think the patterns end up coming across each other. Alright, so let's just do it. Let's see if it. Just go with this. Same kind of pattern. Alright. Okay. So with that, let us also no, that's the same color. Okay, cool, great. Grand, wonderful. Let's put a little little edge right there. Oh wow, that is huge. That's gonna be a huge brick. So do that. Although that does end up making this part. Oops. Deselect, please. Becomes kind of huge. Okay, so maybe keep it that way. Deselect, please. Thank you. Right. Maybe we can like shift these around a little bit later on. Alright, so just gonna go through and kind of misshape in some. What is that's eye, okay. Eyedropper tool, that makes sense. Just kind of fart around with some of these. Show some wear and tear on them. And especially like in the corners and these little parts that meet. It's gonna be a... Ooh, what the fuck just happened? Okay, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, I swear I didn't mean it. Maybe something like this would be okay. Let's also misshapen a little bit else, like this. Because, you know, bricks are imperfect. Okay, maybe not. Let me just keep it like that. I think that'll be okay. Yeah. Here. Really warm. I don't know what. Fans, help me. Yeah. Boop. Let's go in here. HSV. Go a little darkness. Set a tad bit darker. And we'll be doing this in some of the corners where there's intersections. So that's where the light is likely to be the darkest. So why does it keep doing? Oh, I did it to. Oh, okay, that's how I do it. Boop. Let's do that again. Boop. Okay, cool. HSV. A little bit lighter. I am not a professional. I am not a professional. I am trying to be. And hopefully I'll be able to be that way. The light is kind of coming from top down, so that color being there doesn't make as much sense. Oops. Going for kind of a 3D-ish look. Damn it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take an eyedropper and I'm going to increase the brightness of this color just a tad bit. Just to give it, that might be a little too subtle. Let's go up a few more. That might be a little too strong. So let's meet in the middle with that. 53. Yeah, that works. That works really well, actually. Just gonna take some of these points. Starting to look okay. Maybe maybe it is. Excuse me, Jesus. It's definitely Babby's first coloring. I'm not going to quit out of this, I'm just going to put this up here. That'll be okay. I'm just going to... Oh, that's a whoopsie. Let's put that there. I think it's coming out okay. I'm actually going to break up this chunk of it. Ooh. That's a bit much. Just kind of give a little roundness to it. Now I'm going to do the same with this one. Or rather, I'm going to do that midway through here. Not going to be that dark, by the way. It's just an indication. Instead, what I'm going to do is put that little bit damage in there. So that's shading for the break on this side. Instead, maybe a little bit darker. A little brighter. There we go. That works out. take example from this. Just make the interior of these bricks, just this little bit, just a little shade darker. Oops. Ah, damn it. Oh, and I also have to remember that these two connect, so yeah, that'll work. That'll work a lot better. Too harsh, so I'm going to instead brighten it up just a tiny bit. That. That looks good. Each individual brick. Hey Dom, how's it going? Good luck. Goldspeed. Oh. Amazing streams. I don't know, man. Maybe. Well, you do here, I suppose. Alright, hope you're doing well, man. Just a tiny darkets. Yeah, basically it's the same thing. Actually, you know what? I liked that. That one actually looked pretty good. A little bit of damage to that. Let's put a little bit more of a harsh scratch in there. I think that would be okay. Eyedropper. Concentration. That's how I feel right now. I'm like, oh, concentrated. Is there anywhere we can absolutely? Actually, let's put some, little bit of shading. And just to break up the lighting just a tad bit. Let's actually do something to this brick right here, and let's. Ooh. A little brighter, I want to go darker, just this little bit. want this to be dark, but not too dark that... Yeah, that works. Just to show that, like, there might be a little bit of damage that's here. What do you guys think? I say that looks like a wall. I think that works really well. I'm gonna actually texture this up real quick. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. Please like these. Happy medium. That's. There we go. I'm gonna, yeah, keep going with the mortar though. Because I just realized I haven't done anything with the mortar yet. Up the color just a little bit. That there. A little bit of damage, but not too much. Yeah, I see that. That works out. Kind of works. This part I actually don't really like as much anymore. So I'm going to replace that. And then instead get a little bit darker. A little darker shading. It goes back the other way. Maybe that'll be okay. Yeah, that kind of works actually. And wrong one. Let's put a little bit of shading right there. I'm gonna round this brick out just this tiny little bit. By grabbing that. I want this to be just a tad bit darker. That would be okay. How's it looking? I think it looks pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna grab the these first. Move them down here so I can go from left to right. Donk. Oops. God damn it. Donk. Yeah, I'd say that looks like a pretty decent wall. Maybe a little bit of too much darkness under some of these, in some of these spots. Needs a little bit more subtlety, maybe? Fuck it, you know what? I think it looks okay. So yeah, we'll say that's okay where it is right now, and work on something else. Grab these. So next I'm going to make a floor. For my next trick, I'll make this floor disappear. Ba-boom. Is it a raised floor? I suppose. What I'm gonna do is... Oh no. My OCD. It's gonna hit me. Okay. I suppose it's gonna have to work. Let's do dungeon floor. Let's do... yeah. Dungeon floor. I can do this. I can do this. Kind of hyping myself up right now. I definitely want these things to be rounded out a little bit, so put something like that. And then there. Here, I think I'll put this one a little bit more on the subtle side. Actually, no, I have to. I kind of want it to be matching, so. Definitely want the highlights up on these top parts to where the light is going to be. No, actually I can't be like that because hit like the edges of these. A rough shape and a rough idea for what we want to do. Keep hitting the wrong button. Okay. Maybe not so much towards the bottom, because this one. Those will be close to everything that's down the surface. little bit. Get some wear and tear. And I love the song. Oops. These colors down here just a little bit. Definitely a little too bright. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Do this. Just a tad bit darker. Okay, I think you can do it. I'm doing it! Alright, no, that's actually a little... There we go. I like that color better. Mainly I'm just putting like textures onto the tiles. Just give them a little bit of lift. I'm gonna actually drop this just a little bit. Okay, that was that color. Okay. Instead, I'm gonna make it do it for intersections. A little bit brighter. Sorry, I'm not talking much, guys. Concentration mode, like I said. I'm really focused right now. actually darken this even more. That's that color. Interior here, just that tad little bit. Oops. Damn it. I'll go right there. Okay, let me grab this. See what we got. No. Not on the sides. I did not consider the stuff on the sides. Damn it. Okay. So, what I'll do, because I think actually what would look better is, copy, oh no, I'm just gonna shift that over. That already looks a million miles better, because I'm like, oh fuck, man, that looks fucking terrible. Doesn't anymore. Boop, boop, boop. Oh. Are you still watching? Yes, I am. Okay. I feel much better. A little bit of darkness. Fuck. Between tiles. I think that kind of works. Let's find out. Wow. What a fucking difference. That does look so much better. Those little highlights are a little too solid, but other than that, that looks really good. So take that and make like a couple like shiny spots. So we want those edges to kind of pop. Those are a little too subtle. It's basically the same color. Okay. Oh wait. I already did that one. We have an oopsie. A little oopsie. That's okay. No, I also need to put that there. If I need to darken this, I can easily just put like a little layer over it that is transparent, and that should do it just fine. Just see if we need a little darkness instead of repainting the whole thing. So that would be ridiculous. Because yeah, that looks pretty dark. Alright, no, not the... I'm gonna save real quick. I think that's what I hit. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So let's get like a hallway going. We have that. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Oh, that's a happy accident right there. You see how the lines here from the bricks touch the tile and it's like directly in the middle? That was entirely on accident. Which, in fact, kind of makes it look like... Would that be better? The tiles are the same length as the wall, which I didn't mean to make, or I mean the same length as the bricks. Didn't mean to do, but that kind of does work. I think I like it better that way because it's different. It's able to you're able to differentiate it from the wall. But I have to get rid of that highlight because, you know, it's... Well, actually not, you know, I can cascade through that. Yeah, that will work. Alright, let us make that wall of darkness, as I was talking about earlier. Not correct. Alright, oops. Deselect. Thank you. Ah. Alright, new layer. Transparent top. I guess. Oh, I Sorry, I got a fucking alpha channel. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Damn it! Rectangle tool! Ah! Yeah, go ahead. Behave thyself. Behave. I'm gonna go full screen for a second. Oh, balls. Okay, I clearly need to figure out how to use this thing a little bit better. Alright. So, never mind. Let's go to like 30. See what that does. That dampens it. Actually, that's close to perfect. So let's bring it to 40 and see what happens. Let's see what we get. Hey, we're getting fucking Disco Descent again. Fuck it, I like Disco Descent. That's a good song. I like that one better, actually. Let me... deselect. Yeah, I like this one much better. What happens if we do it again? Ooh. Got like a dark dungeon going on here now. But also kind of darker than the wall. That wouldn't make much sense. I do know that I could make like a gradient. It's like this. But you know. Just to get a little bit closer to like the floor. Kind of looks, I would say, yeah, does look a little bit dirtier. Well, that's an easy way to do that. I think that was a little too dark though, so what I'm going to do is bring this down to like 20 and do like that. I think. B. Boop. 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 Okay. Or to pick that up and bring that there. That looks a lot better. And you kind of differentiate it from the. Let's see. Kind of has a blend actually. Okay. The colors kind of blend in. Deselect kind of blends in with what's on top. So instead, let's add another bit of color to it. Now you can at least tell that, okay, yeah, it's separate a little bit. You don't have to change that little color. That little guy, though. That little guy? I don't want to worry about that little guy. Alright, let's grab that instead. Alright, shading. I think that looks okay. What do you guys think? What's your thought process? Yeah, going from here to there. I'm doing this little floor thing. I think it looks pretty damn good. Hell yeah. Let me grab this floor tile and see if that will pop out a little bit more. I wish my computer would work with me. The brighter, and actually, yeah, when it's darker and gradient here, the brighter one looks like it makes much more sense because you can see it a little bit more. So let's go back to this. Have this go down to 20, and we'll see what it's going to look like. Like this. Yeah, you can at least tell that it's brightened. It's brighter, see it better. Hell yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, cool. Well, 2 hour mark. I'm gonna keep going and see what else we can do. Alright, this has been fun. Like, yeah, this is so much fun. And next time we'll do, like, I don't know, maybe we'll try a different kind of dungeon wall. Instead of, like, gray, we'll do black. No, maybe we'll do, like, a purple for, like, a demon sort of place. Or maybe green for, like, grossness. We'll try it out. Yeah, do another 10 to 15 minute break and jump back into it. Be right backers. Watch your ears, by the way. Computer's lagging. Me no likey. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Okay, I would like my computer to do something. Is this what I get for, you know, trying? Close the program. Oh, jeez. Okay. Maybe it won't do anything. I don't know. Okay. So let's do the same thing we did over here, only make it green or something. Maybe make it look a little bit more elegant. Make a purple demon place. Ew. Purple demon. Green walls. Actually, no. Ew, that one looks gross. That one's not bad, I think. Go for like a little sea foam. I think that would be okay. Kind of like a gross place. I don't know. I think both these are pretty good. Or, ooh, we could make like an icy place. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. Let's get like a rock wall, an ice wall going. That would be pretty cool. Let's do that. And have that be the final piece of art for the night. Definitely want to use this color though, because that's not a bad color. You can get in contact with me anytime. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a little too dark. I didn't realize that was selected anymore. Okay. Okay, let's return to a bright color. Okay. That didn't do what I wanted it to. Let's move that over to that just a little bit. Actually, I drop that. Let's go in closer to green. There we go. That wouldn't be that bad of an idea, but I'm sure that if you sent him that, he would figure it out for himself. Okay, we need like a happy medium between those two. Called our swatches. Actually, I like that better as a bright color. Yeah, so let's use that instead. Put the sunlight on the fan, because well, it doesn't smell great. Oh jeez. Yeah, I think so. Damn it. Yep, okay. Balls. Alright, okay. I forget that part. Okay, so let's... I still feel like I need like a happy medium color in there. So let's grab these. Put that up there. Deselect please. Oop. I think that works. Darken just a little bit. Yeah. Well, this color now doesn't work as much. That's closer to like seafoam. That's much closer to seafoam. There we go. Yay! I have a spectrum now. Although I do think this is a little on the yellowish side. No, now it looks darker. I'll keep it for now. Probably going to be using just plain white up there as well. Okay. So let's make some jagged parts. Let's try it at least. Maybe I should just make like a bunch of rocks instead. Like a bunch of crystals and then put them together. See what that does. It's basically what we're trying to achieve here. So have that be that, and boink. Actually, no. I think that color is close enough. Actually, use that one. Doink. There. Excuse me. Okay, maybe I'm not ready for rock walls. I know what I want to do. I just don't know how to achieve it. Okay. What do I do now? I think I'm gonna just grab this for now. And move it aside. By the way, this is kind of... I made an entire thing called the playground now. one file where I just kind of play around with stuff. This is a shield that I made earlier, I'll say like yesterday, and there it is, blown up in 1-bit fashion. There's nothing else here, so, you know. Oh. Just gonna grab these, move them over. I don't need this anymore, so let's get rid of that. Blink. Colors and stuff. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. Let's make grass tiles. Oh, balls. It's a little too yellow. More on the green side. A little bit more desaturated. There we go. I think that'll work better. So ta-da, green grass. No, okay. Let's darken it just this tab a little bit. Alright, into... Now, the easiest thing that you could do with grass is do something like that. We're not going to do that. We're going to make something super special. And there it is. No, I'm running out of things to do. That doesn't look good. Come on! This is like the easiest thing that you can do when it comes to making grass. You just plop, 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 put that all over the place. So, yeah. Like we make something ordinary become something extraordinary. Still figuring that out. That sounds so spot on. Did I accidentally, okay, no, I didn't. That kind of scared me for a second. No, I'm going to do that. There we go, actually that looks a lot better. it's a medley. Okay. Selectify. Boom. Okay, no, it's not working. I know what I want to do. Do I really just copy and paste and reverse it? Let's do that. Make that there. Wham. Yeah. I think that works. Kind of feels like cheating a little bit, but I'll lower it down by 1 pixel, flip it, and look at that. Make something new. Alright. Let's just make more grass styles, why not? I'm getting kind of tired, actually. Might be calling it pretty soon. 2 people, wow. 2 viewers. Like a flower. I think I'll make a flower kind of like... Oops. It's already too big. Let's be a little bit whiter. Like almost entirely. No. Like this. Yeah, like that. God. What is selection? M. Okay. Little flowers. Look at how cute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Thanks everybody for coming. Yeah, I'll be doing some more research, looking up things, practicing in the playground off camera, off screen. So yeah. Yeah. Saving. I did save it before I went to break, or rather after I went to break last time, so, you know. Oh, I seem to have closed it entirely. Oh god, what happened? Why isn't it there? Oh well.